Hey y'all, welcome back to the channel, and welcome to episode 4 of our Engineered World, the Dubai Creek Tower episode. So, the Dubai Creek Tower, quite an interesting piece of architecture to read about, actually, and yeah, quite a few interesting things to know about it. So without further ado, let's just get right into those facts right now. So, if completed, the tower will not only become the tallest of its kind in the world, but it will also be the tallest man-made structure in the world as well, which is, you know, two pretty cool and prestigious titles to have. So not only will it be beating the Burj Khalifa, it will also be taking the title of the tallest man-made structure. It was formerly known as the Tower at Dubai Creek Harbor, and I only put quotations around that because that's basically like a placeholder name. That's just something that everybody was calling it because the actual tower itself didn't have a name yet. But in 2017, the tower would receive its new and current name, Dubai Creek Tower. Obviously, the tower would also be built near the cultural and very historical Dubai Creek. Another large project in the area called Dubai Creek Harbor is also underway, and with the construction of the tower, it's supposed to be taking on the role of sort of becoming the crown jewel of the entire new development, of the entire new district of Dubai, that is Dubai Creek Harbor. It is only going to be 8 kilometers, or just under 5 miles east of the Burj Khalifa, which it isn't really going to be that far if this tower, the Dubai Creek Tower, is expected to surpass the height of the Burj. It's definitely going to be a pretty interesting juxtaposition to see them pretty close to each other. 8 kilometers isn't really that far. Yeah, but by how much taller the Dubai Creek Tower will be than the Burj Khalifa is still unknown. There aren't any, you know, like I said, there aren't any exact numbers as to exactly how much taller the Dubai Creek Tower will be. But we do know that it is going to be around 928 to 1400 meters tall, which in feet is, at the low end, that's 3,044 feet tall, and on the high end, that's 4,500 feet tall, just under 4,600 feet, or 0.9 kilometers and 1.4 kilometers, which is still, you know, impressive. That's still high, even on the low end, it's still taller than the Burj. I mean, the Burj Khalifa is, I think, only 828 meters, which is only 0.8 kilometers. So even if this tower were to be completed with the lowest, like, possible record-breaking height in mind, it would still be taller than the Burj by a tenth of a kilometer. It would still be taller. Like, that's insane. 100 meters taller at the low end. Yeah, that's just, to me, that's just insane. Also, according to the Council on Tall Buildings and Urban Habitat, or CTBA, a structure is only considered a building if at least half of its floor space is habitable. And with the Dubai Creek Tower's case, only 30% of its floor space is habitable. And while this is going to be a pretty contentious title of world's tallest tower to hold, the Dubai Creek Tower is still very, very much poised to controversially claim the title of not only the world's tallest tower, but also the world's tallest structure made by man. So, yeah. Like I said, while it's controversial, it's still very much in the running to take that title. The tower itself will feature 20 total floors, and these floors will contain hotel rooms, residences, restaurants, observation decks, and even sky gardens, of all things, you know. I think that would be incredible. It would be so beautiful to just be able to go, you know, a kilometer into the sky and just hang out in a garden. That would be lit. I would be completely down for that. The antenna on top of the tower will be used for, you know, broadcasting purposes, so TV, radio, internet, phone, etc. The cables are anchored on each side of the tower, with 2 anchors on each side. This allows the tower to not only be held steady, but also be built to like insane heights. The tower itself also resembles a minaret, which for those of you who don't know, is a very common feature in Islamic architecture. Consisting mainly of a spine-like stem, the upper part of the structure takes on sort of an elongated oval shape, so sort of imitating the bud of the lily towards the top. And this portion will also, obviously have a larger diameter than the rest of the stem because it's supposed to be the bud, so it's going to be wide. And within this bud, those aforementioned 20 floors of hotel space, restaurants, residences, etc., those will go. It was expected to be completed in 2020 in time for the Dubai World Expo, but that didn't happen, clearly. Otherwise, we wouldn't be here. In October 2016, 170,000 cubic meters of soil had been excavated, 145 piles, and 210,000 tons of concrete were poured to ensure that the tower would have a foundation. While the foundation work was finished in May 2017, little work on the project had been done above ground, and the project had been placed on hold in the middle of the same year. So yeah, clearly things aren't looking too good for it so far. And even if construction did resume this year, the tower itself wouldn't even be completed until 2023 at the earliest, which is 3 years behind schedule and probably over budget. In July 2019 though, there is some hope. CSCEC, or the China State Construction Engineering Corporation, was reportedly involved in the tender process of the tower. A representative of the corporation said the company hopes that they can get a contract signed soon and get some work done above the tower. Or get some work done above ground, sorry. There will be a total of 10 observation decks, and each of them will have their own unique garden sort of type style to it. There will also be viewing platforms. These will be rotating, offering stunning panoramic views of the area. And thank you so much, guys, for watching the Dubai Creek Tower episode. There was a lot to go over. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, y'all already know what to do. If I've been away for a little while, I have been working on some more videos for this show specifically. So hold tight, there's going to be another video coming either today or tomorrow, but it won't be far off. I love each and every single one of you, and I'll be honored to see you in the next one. Bye-bye.